So, hey, it's been a month since the last time I posted a video, and there's a good reason for that. I have kind of been bouncing between three different major projects on the server. Project number one is the maze, or the labyrinth, as I call it. Just there's so much work that goes into the labyrinth. Like it takes every step. There's multiple steps, and every step takes a long time to do. So the first step is actually doing the layout of the labyrinth, and I kind of just do that off the cuff, like improvise, build as I go kind of thing. When you do it that way, there will be imperfections in the labyrinth because I want the walls to be 3 thick, and then I want the actual path inside to be 3 thick. If you don't carefully plan it out, sometimes you'll hit a weird spot where there's like an even number of blocks in a gap, so you have to kind of rip out chunks and redo it. I guess a way to describe it is like you have to go back and revise parts of the labyrinth to see like, okay, well, does this make sense having an opening here, and stuff like that. So sometimes I go back and I have to open a new pathway, or close a pathway, or reroute a hallway or whatever. But yeah, I've got most of the labyrinth laid out now. I haven't decided if I want to go all the way around the front. I started to terraform this area, but it's already so much. It's taken me so long just to do this section of the labyrinth. All the way back here to the river. I've got this whole section done. The whole south section. All the way to the river. So this whole section is done. But over on this side, like, I've laid all this out, and I don't know if I want to keep going this way, because the point of the labyrinth is to kind of be hard to navigate. This is only like 50 blocks or something, and it's kind of hard to actually, at this scale, it's hard to effectively make it tricky enough. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this area yet. There are so many steps. First, I lay out the path, and then I have to go through and put in slabs. Well, I don't have to. I could light it up, or I could like fill it in with dirt or something, but I want to put creaking in the labyrinth at some point. Not the whole thing, but like I don't know where I want to put the creaking, so it's not, it doesn't take a lot of time to just slab everywhere inside the walls, because creaking can't spawn on the slabs, and because I don't want them to spawn in the wall, of course. At the time I was doing this, step 3 was doing them all the moss carpet, so things don't spawn in here, so I don't have to light it up. But I've changed how I'm doing that now, and we'll get to that a little bit later. And then the next step is doing the top, like over here, doing the top like this. I haven't filled in this section yet. This is like a little leftover spot. But yeah, and then it's once the top is in, I kind of build the wall from the top down, which is, I think that's the easiest way to do it. It's easiest for me, the way I, like in my vision, the way I have it laid out. And I've explained it before why I do it that way, but yeah, it takes that part takes a long freaking time. Getting the walls filled in, like I would just chip away at it. This is going to be the entrance. This is like where the beginning of the labyrinth is. You'll go in this entrance naked. You'll have no items. Except for maybe some cooked fish. I'm kind of still playing with that idea. Because cooked fish it's bad food. Like, it's bad food to carry around all the time. But it's also somewhat decent if you have nothing. So yeah, maybe the player just goes in naked with fish. Like half a stack of cooked fish. Because you're going to take damage and stuff in here too. But yeah, this is going to be the entrance. And I'm just going to leave because I don't want that guy to attack me. So you go in here and you'll make your way to the beacon. This is like the first focal point. You'll see the beacon up in the sky. These will be turned off during the duration of the... Like when somebody comes to play here or whatever. Those will be turned off. And that one obviously won't be there. But yeah, you'll see the beacon up in the sky. You'll be like, hey, maybe I want to go that way. So you'll make your way from over there. You'll make your way over here to the beacon. You'll come in this entrance. And then this way leads to majority of the south. This way leads to majority south. Like this section. That is pretty much where that doorway goes. This doorway. I mean, it's kind of spoilers for when the game is done, but it's not going to be done for, like, months. So, but this one loops around to the, what is that, west? The west side. To that room that we were in earlier. Let's see if I can make my way over there. Nope, I can't. I hit a dead end. We're just going to fly. So, this is like the main room. This is one of the main rooms. The main challenge room, I think I'm going to call it. This way, I did most of this today. I spent like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours doing this. It took a long time. I dug this out. 4 blocks deep. Replaced all the walls. I think this transition is kind of sharp. Like it's fine. I don't know. But some of these areas are blocked off now. Like sections of the maze are blocked off, so you can't go this way anymore. If you go through this door, you have to go right. And this is going to be a parkour challenge. Originally, I was going to do all lava. Like, it was going to all be lava parkour. But, first of all, I thought that was kind of mean. Because if you die, like, because it's kind of long. And if you die, like, halfway through, nobody's going to want to come back through here again. So, the whole bottom layer is not going to be lava. For the reason I stated. And also, that is just so much lava. Like, I don't want to collect that much lava. It's just annoying. So I actually forgot to do this here. There's supposed to be a gate there. Or iron bars. But yeah, it goes, winds all around. There's different ways. Some of the sections are going to be open. So the idea behind this labyrinth is to not lock it behind one thing. Like, I want to have different challenges in here, and then, like, you go through different challenges, you collect whatever from the challenges. I haven't really decided yet. Maybe lore books, maybe different tokens, and then you can redeem the tokens for an item of value or something like that. But, along with the challenges, I also want to leave this open for, like, PvP or other games. Capture the flag, maybe. I think that would be cool. So I'm leaving these sections open. So if you want, like, you can flee into... Because I do want to put enemies in here. I want to put Ravagers in here. Some Ravagers in some areas. Like, I'll have them zone locked. But the idea is, like, the Ravagers chasing you. You can, like, let's say there's one over there. This is all subject to change. But let's say there's one over there. And there's a Ravager chasing you this way. And you pass this hallway and you're like, crap. You turn the corner. Ravager. You're like, oh. You're like, uh-oh. And then so you're forced to go into here. Maybe there'll be a parkour jump to get in. Maybe not. Maybe you can just drop down like I did. Maybe there'll be a jump. Who knows? I haven't decided. But the idea is the parkour zone, like... But like I said, I want to leave it dynamic, so it can be used for multiple things. See, and this is a dead end. And there's a new feature in the labyrinth I want to show. I got to make my way over there. Another opening. Right here. This is what I was looking for. There are holes in the wall. Okay, this is a better way to see. So this section here is actually disconnected from the rest of the labyrinth. Because like I said, I was just planning it out as I go. And I was just filling in space. So instead of trying to like reroute the walls and make it different, I was like, you know what? What if I just make like some damage in the wall, like a hole, and then you parkour through the hole to get to the new section. And this is giving the illusion that it's open, but it's actually not. You can't get through there. And this way is too small to even matter, so like I just left it. Because the idea is like you don't want people to go out there. So there's a dead end here. There's a way to get through the wall there. The other way to get through the wall here, because this is a dead end. This is completely sealed off. I had to dig it out a little bit because it's in the hill. That was part of the reason it was sealed off, is because they had terrain sloped down. And I've since changed it, so it doesn't do that anymore. I just dug it out. But yeah, we've got these sections that are kind of sealed off, and I put some holes in the wall. And then there's this hole. This is like the main hole. There's only 3 holes. There's this hole below me, there's that hole over there, and there's that hole. But this is why I revised my step-by-step process. I said that I changed my strategy for the moss carpet. I realized I wanted to dig out sections of the labyrinth. So it's kind of counterintuitive to cover the whole floor in moss carpet. Like, it's literally a waste of time if I'm going to dig out sections. And another thing was I put in all these walls, and then I started planning this out, and it was giving me a headache trying to go off of my reference image, my MS Paint reference image. I'll throw that up on the screen so you can see. Orange section is the parkour challenge / well, it was going to be lava, but it's only some of it's going to be lava. The blue section is underwater. I want to flood part of it, part of the labyrinth, and then maybe bring in some guardians. I think that would be interesting. But I also want to do the same thing I did here. I want to leave openings so the water area is like it stays dynamic. And then the pink and purple spots are subject to change. I say subject to change. They're definitely going to change because I didn't really think those through. They were originally going to be for Ravagers. Like, that's where I was going to zone Ravagers, but I'm fine with leaking that information because I'm going to change it anyway. So that it tells you nothing of where the Ravager zones are. So, because initially these challenge sections were going to be sealed off, but then I realized I wanted to keep it dynamic. So, and of course by the map, I mean this map, which I'm going to update right now, live on video. See, because that looks really cool. All checkerboard, so you can see where the lava section is going to be, the parkour challenge. But yeah, the planning is going to be a little more conscious as I go on. Like, before I put in the walls over here, I'm going to figure out, once I get all the slabs in, like, because there's a room, I forget where it is. It's like it's over here somewhere. I think it's right here. I don't remember for sure. I can go look. Oh, I did the ceiling in this room, by the way. Let's get a nice, good look at it instead of a rushed. Don't need to stare at the ceiling for that long, but whatever, it's fine. That room is over here. It's a smaller one. And there might be a challenge over here. I probably should do another room over here and then do a challenge on that side and a challenge on this. Maybe a challenge on this side? I don't know. I don't know how many challenges I want to do. 2 or 3, maybe 4. I have 2 ideas right now. And then we'll have lethal zones where, like, Ravagers and stuff are. Possibly Johnny, a Vindicator. Because, you know, The Shining, where the father's in the hedge maze, chasing the kid with an axe. Spoilers for a nearly 30-year-old movie, by the way. Oh, I did this little campsite. This was a fun little thing I did. Can sleep the night away, I guess. I mean, I guess that's blasphemy because I'm part of No Sleep Gang. But yeah, this is my little fishing spot. Actually, I fish over there from the bridge, but this is where I've been storing all my fishing loot. And then I've got a little campfire and a little bed. I've basically doubled the size of the labyrinth since I finished it. The second large project that I've been bouncing back and forth between is the river. I wasn't intending on doing this, but I accidentally committed to terraforming the entire river. All the way to, like, all the way along the border with Brun and on my side. All the way to the edge of the clearing, I think, is where I'm going to stop. And I've been converting the whole riverbed to mud. I just take a water bottle and basically just hold right click and change all the dirt blocks into mud. Yeah, the river is almost done. Pretty much. Like, there's not that much left, so that won't take me that long to do. But the other 2 large projects are still very far from being done. The third large project that I've taken on is a forest of pale oak trees. Because, you know, I explained this before. Some forests, I remember reading about it, but I don't remember where it is. But there's like an entire forest of trees somewhere in the real world that's actually all one organism. All the roots are connected. So that is kind of the idea. So we've got this giant Yggdrasil, the tree of life, in the middle. And then I want to do like part of this is going to be dense, like this area by this little pond. I ripped out the original tree that was here because it sucked. So I designed these trees in creative and brought them over into the survival world, and they're so nice. I really like these, how they came out. I want to have a small area that's kind of dense. So like this area, you can see that it's kind of dense. And then like there'll be like another layer or 2. Like this is 1 row of trees. There'll be like another layer or 2 beyond the path of dense trees. And then as it gets further out, I kind of want to put a couple of stragglers. I haven't really decided how big it's going to be. It depends on how it feels in the moment. And I have some ground foliage designed that I want to put in. But yeah, that's the third project that I've been working on. The third major project. There's been a couple of little things here and there. Like inside the storage area, we've got this little thing here that dispenses rockets. I had one of these in the castle on the last world. I built it towards the end when we got the autocrafter, and it was really handy. I wasn't going to do the utilities dispenser like I did the last time, because that was just an overcomplicated mess. This is good enough for my purposes. Just when you need a top up, you just come over here, flip the lever, and wait a couple of seconds, and it just dispenses. And then 1 for ender pearls, and then this one was for torches. But I needed to farm glow lichen, so I changed it. I don't really need torches that badly. So down here in the hole... Oh, good timing. I built this creeking farm for resin, because I do want to incorporate resin into the labyrinth. So I built this creeking farm based on one by, I believe it was Ray's Works. I kind of just eyeballed the video. All the creaking, they just, they spawn up here at nighttime, and then turn this on. Here, if I hit them real quick. See, it'll spawn resin on the logs, and then the pistons will push the logs, break the resin off. The water will push it down into the hole. Then I have auto crafters set up, and I've been farming it off and on whenever I have a chance. So you just stand here, you hit them every 5 seconds or so, and yeah, that's how you farm resin. Another thing down in the soul is I finished my pixel art wall. We've got Donkey Kong. I did him a long time ago. Like, that was probably 3 weeks ago. I did Donkey Kong. Hubert was there in the last video. And then I did all the rest of these in one day. This one is what my skin is based on. That's the Terraria Witch Doctor. That's his sprite in the game. That's what he looks like, because he's my favorite NPC. So there wasn't really a theme. The theme was, oh well, the theme was just pixel art, gaming pixel art. So next up is the Trial Chamber experience event that we had recently. Here's all the loot I got from the Trial Chamber Experience event. I got, I think, 2 Windburst books, yep. 3 heavy cores, and then I got another trident, and I got various other things that I haven't really sorted out. But I think, yep, I can get Windburst 3. Which is exciting. But yeah, that's all the loot I got. So this is the trial chamber underneath Yggdrasil. So Brun and Amy did the other one. They did the actual one for the contest. And I was doing this one. I did this like in the 3 days before the contest, but I decided not to enter it because that's not what it was for. I was just building this so I could farm keys. I probably could have entered it, but I probably should have. In retrospect, I probably should have because there weren't that many entries. So yeah, it's really simple. They just spawn, line of sight, fall in the hole and die. Reasons I didn't care about farming the rods because the other one at our base, the Yggdrasil one that Brun and Amy did, that one farms the blaze or the breeze rods, so I didn't worry about it. And this one's kind of cool because it's got that zombie spawner up there. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, this is just, I automated all the spawners. See, you don't have to do any spawn proofing if you, because the spawners work on line of sight. So they can't spawn anywhere that the spawner can't see, I guess. I think that's how it works. So if you just walk up to it and activate it, and then walk away, they'll all just die. And I put in an arrow path. This is like really scuffed. I tore out that whole room to farm materials. That was before the trial chamber event thing was like even announced. So I tore out that whole room up there. Because my labyrinth, it uses a lot of tough blocks. See, now all the spawners have been activated. I labeled all the ominous vaults too. And I hooked up, there's water streams underneath the trial chamber. We can go down there in a second and have a peek at it. But I set up water streams so everything just gets dispensed down. And it all converges here into this bubble column. It makes its way into this chest. See, this is how it works. The mobs just die, and then it just goes into these droppers and goes down into the hole. Yeah, best way is over here, I believe. Yep. See? Mobs just die on the campfire. It gets dispensed down into the water stream. They all converge here. See, that one's over there. But yeah, this one drops down there. That's the starting room. It all goes into this bubble column. But yeah, that's the trial chamber. I spent like 3 or 4 days doing this. It's not decorated at all, and I probably never will decorate it. So, a couple other small things. A tragedy occurred. I drank a ominous potion. I was literally down inside the trial chamber, underground, over there. I drank the potion, and it didn't give me the ominous effect, whatever it's called now. It straight up just gave me Raid Omen instantly, even though I was all the way over there. I think it might have been because of the wheat farms, because they're down in the hole over there. That might have been why. So I had to fight off a raid, and that really pissed me off. And it got 7 villagers killed because a Vindicator got in here. But I realized there was a Vindicator in here. I literally flew in through this door and saw him kill this guy. I don't remember who was here, but this guy that was right here. I literally watched him poof into smoke. And then he ran over here. He was going to kill a farmer, and I sacrificed myself. I died to the Vindicator, trying to get him off the farmer. This area has seen some improvements. This, literally, I built today. It is Sunday night, and I built this earlier today. This is a barn for our various animals. I brought all these useless horses over here. They were over there, just in the clearing. Brought them all over here, shoved them in a pen. I brought a mushroom over from the staging area. We still have frogs over there. And we need to get another. I thought we had a second mushroom, but I guess we don't. But yeah, I built the main structure. Brun helped out a little bit in the front here with the cart. This is Brun's build. He was doing this at the same time I was doing the roof of that. It's like a smithy, a forge area thing. Nothing going on inside. It's not finished. But yeah, that was built today. And another thing that was built today was this PvP arena. Brun built this today. And as you can see, by all of the heads, good lord, there are so many heads. We had a little bit of fun over at the PvP arena.
3, 2, 1, go! Ah, damn it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Where'd you go? Wait, I'm like, where'd you go? Did you just go right behind me?
Got him. Yeah, I was behind you, but I missed 2 hits.
Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Where are you at? 3, 2, 1, go. Three, 2, 1, go. Oh, damn.
Got him
I
with the
didn't pay
bow.
attention. 3, 2, 1, go. Damn. I cannot do the jump shot. Like, this is getting crazy. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! I threw my bow away. I don't have my bow. I got targeted by 2 different bows and arrows.
Cheating! You cheated! You left the arena.
The winner should count us in. Or, that's fine. Alright.
Oh, I got destroyed.
I can't. All good. 3, 2, 1, go. Ab's hitting me from one end, and then Ari just ran through me. The apples are being used. Dang. I tried shooting him. Oh.
Yes! I win! Yes! That's pretty much everything I've been working on for the last month. I know this video is going to be like an hour long nearly with all the stuff that I've recorded, but that's fine. It's fine to have long form content. That's what I enjoy making. So, if you're still here after my long yap session of me running around looking at everything in the base, maybe like the video, I don't know. Subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Oh, I invested in a smite sword, by the way. I think smite is underrated. Because most of the mobs you encounter are undead. Like zombies and skeletons are annoying. Creepers take 2 hits to kill anyway, with sharpness, even with sharpness 5. Spiders take two to 3, I think. So anything that really matters is like you can kill instantly. Wither skeletons you kill instantly with smite 5. Anyway,